Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world obsessed with age. Numbers define decades, and decades define expectations. But some of us defy those expectations. We walk into a room and hear the same phrase over and over again. Wait, you're how old? So today, let's break down the mystery. Let's uncover the 7 hidden reasons why you look younger than your age, not as a coincidence, but as a reflection of habits, mindset, and something deeper within you. Number 1, you've mastered the art of joy. Looking younger than your age isn't always about what creams you apply or what procedures you've undergone. Often, it has more to do with your internal state, your mindset, your energy, and most powerfully, your emotional habits. One of the most underrated yet powerful factors in maintaining a youthful appearance is the consistent experience and expression of joy. Joy isn't just a fleeting moment of happiness. It's a way of interacting with life. It's the ability to find light in darkness, humor in chaos, and beauty in the ordinary. People who look younger than their age often haven't just stumbled upon luck. They've cultivated a joyful perspective. They've chosen not to let life harden them. They laugh often. They don't take themselves too seriously. They give themselves permission to play, to dance, to smile at strangers, and to laugh out loud, not because life is always easy, but because they know how to reclaim their power through joy. This emotional habit creates a ripple effect in the body. Scientific studies have shown that genuine laughter reduces stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. When these stress hormones decrease, the body has a chance to repair, rejuvenate, and regenerate. Chronic stress accelerates the aging process. It tightens the skin, stiffens the muscles, and clouds the eyes. Joy does the opposite. It softens the face. It creates natural radiance. It makes the eyes sparkle and the skin glow. There's no concealer or anti-aging serum in the world that can mimic the effects of sustained, authentic joy. Another remarkable thing about joy is its relationship to presence. People who are joyful tend to live in the moment. They're not constantly replaying the past or dreading the future. This presence gives them a youthful spirit. Watch a child play, they're completely immersed in the now. That's joy in its purest form. And that same presence, when carried into adulthood, creates a vitality that no number can measure. Additionally, people who live with joy often have stronger relationships. They connect more openly. They bring light into rooms, and others gravitate toward them. That human connection, that sense of community and laughter shared with others, reinforces their emotional well-being. And emotional well-being is deeply tied to how the body ages. A happy heart beats differently, it carries less weight, and that emotional lightness reflects on the outside. But joy doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to see life through a lens of gratitude, curiosity, and hope. It's a skill that can be developed. It starts with celebrating small wins, laughing at your own mistakes, and letting go of perfectionism. It's about remembering what makes you feel alive and making space for those things, even when life gets busy. In short, people who look younger than their age have mastered joy not as an escape, but as a practice. And in doing so, they've unlocked one of the most powerful forms of anti-aging in existence, the kind that begins within and shines endlessly outward. Number 2, you protect your peace. One of the most powerful, yet often invisible habits of people who look younger than their age is their ability to protect their peace. It's not always something you can see in a moment, but over time, its effects show up in a person's energy, presence, and even in the softness of their features. Emotional chaos takes a toll. Drama, conflict, overthinking, anxiety, these are silent thieves of youth. But those who prioritize inner calm build a kind of invisible shield around themselves, and that shield becomes their glow. Protecting your peace doesn't mean avoiding life or hiding from challenges. It means choosing your battles. It means knowing that not everything deserves your energy, your time, or your reaction. People who look younger are often those who have learned the difference between what they can control and what they cannot. They don't fight every fight. They don't carry other people's emotional baggage. They set boundaries not as a form of rejection, but as a form of self-respect. This emotional discipline helps reduce chronic stress, which is one of the biggest contributors to premature aging. Stress triggers inflammation in the body. It disrupts sleep. It affects digestion, mood, and skin health. But those who protect their peace give their nervous systems room to breathe. They take intentional breaks from negativity, whether that's turning off the news, limiting toxic conversations, or stepping away from social media. They create space for stillness, and that space becomes a kind of medicine. Protecting your peace also means becoming selective with your environment. The people you spend time with shape your emotional landscape. People who look younger often surround themselves with those who uplift them, not those who drain them. They understand that your circle is not just about who's around you, it's about the energy you allow into your life. They recognize the subtle weight of comparison, competition, and criticism, and they replace it with encouragement, authenticity, and support. This peace becomes physical. You can see it in how they walk calm, steady, not rushed. You can hear it in their voices softer, more grounded. You can feel it in their presence centered and unshaken. It's as if their body isn't in a constant state of fight or flight, and that shows up in their aging process. Less stress means better sleep. Better sleep means more cellular repair. More repair means less visible wear and tear on the body. The art of protecting your peace is also deeply tied to emotional maturity. It's not about being passive, it's about being intentional. It's choosing not to overreact, not to internalize, not to carry what isn't yours. It's realizing that some things aren't worth losing your peace over, and that nothing is worth more than your well-being.
Number 3, you fuel your body with intention. Looking younger than your age is often less about vanity and more about vitality. And vitality is something you build from the inside out. One of the most powerful, often underestimated reasons people maintain a youthful appearance is because they fuel their bodies with intention. Not perfection, intention. They make conscious, consistent choices that support energy, health, and longevity. This isn't about following the latest fad diet or chasing impossible food trends. It's about being aware of what your body needs to function at its best. People who age gracefully usually have a balanced relationship with food. They understand that food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite you take sends signals to your cells, your brain, your skin, and your immune system. And those signals either accelerate aging or slow it down. People who look younger often eat to nourish, not just to satisfy a craving. Their diet includes real, whole foods, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, and plenty of water. These foods are rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that fight oxidative stress, one of the major contributors to cellular aging. They don't eat perfectly every day, but they make enough good choices that their body stays in balance. Their meals aren't just about calories, they're about quality. Equally important is what they avoid. Excess sugar, processed foods, excessive alcohol, and trans fats create inflammation in the body. Inflammation is like rust. It slowly breaks down tissues, weakens your immune system, and dulls your skin. Those who look younger tend to limit these things, not because they're following rules, but because they've learned how much better they feel when their body isn't constantly fighting internal damage. Intentional fueling also includes hydration. Water is one of the most underrated beauty tools on the planet. It keeps your skin supple, helps your body flush out toxins, and supports digestion and circulation. People who age well often prioritize water over sugary drinks or excessive caffeine. They know the body is made mostly of water, and keeping it hydrated is like oiling a machine. It runs smoother, cleaner, and longer. Movement is another key part of fueling the body. It's not just about burning calories, it's about circulation, flexibility, and oxygen flow. People who look younger stay active. They walk, stretch, dance, lift, or move in ways that keep their bodies alive and responsive. Movement keeps the muscles toned, the joints mobile, and the spirit lifted. And finally, they listen to their bodies. They pay attention to what gives them energy and what drains it. They honor their hunger, respect their fullness, and adjust their habits as they age. They're not trying to force youth. They're aligning with it by creating a lifestyle that supports long-term health, not just short-term appearances. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with quick fixes and beauty hacks, The real secret often lies in the simple, quiet choices made every day. Those who look younger than their years don't chase youth, they feed it, move with it, and protect it from the inside out. Number 4, you stay curious. A youthful appearance is often thought of in physical terms: smooth skin, bright eyes, a spring in your step. But what many people overlook is the profound connection between curiosity and vitality. Staying curious isn't just a personality trait. It's a way of keeping the mind young, the heart open, and the spirit alive. And often, this mental and emotional vibrance reflects outward, making people appear much younger than their age. Curiosity is the desire to learn, to explore, to question, and to grow. People who remain curious tend to engage with the world around them in a fresh, open-minded way. They don't get stuck in rigid routines or close themselves off to new experiences. Instead, they approach life with the mindset of a student, always learning, always seeking. This sense of engagement keeps the brain active and adaptable, which is key to mental longevity and emotional resilience. From a neurological standpoint, curiosity stimulates brain activity. It lights up areas associated with reward and motivation, promoting the release of dopamine, our natural feel-good chemical. This not only enhances learning, but also improves mood, reduces stress, and supports overall cognitive function. Over time, staying mentally active and curious has even been linked to a reduced risk of age-related diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. So when you see someone who's aging gracefully, chances are they're also someone who keeps their mind sharp by feeding it with new ideas, skills, and challenges. Curious people also tend to be more adaptable. They embrace change rather than fear it. This ability to adjust and stay flexible in the face of life's unpredictability contributes to a kind of emotional agility. And emotional agility, being able to bounce back from setbacks, learn from mistakes, and evolve, is a trait strongly associated with resilience and longevity. Curiosity keeps the soul awake. It's what drives people to travel, to read, to ask questions, to try new hobbies, to meet different people, and to expand their worldview. This openness to life doesn't just make a person more interesting. It keeps their energy fresh. It keeps their enthusiasm alive. And enthusiasm is magnetic. It's youthful. It's the spark in someone's eye when they're talking about something that excites them, the glow they carry when they're immersed in something they love. Even simple acts of curiosity, like asking deeper questions in conversations, trying a new recipe, learning a new language, or exploring a creative outlet, can reignite a sense of wonder. That wonder becomes a force that combats the dullness of routine and the heaviness of age. People who look younger often have a certain lightness about them. They're not weighed down by boredom or burnout because they're constantly renewing themselves through exploration. In a world that often tells us to slow down, settle, or stop dreaming as we get older, curiosity says the opposite. Stay awake, stay interested, keep growing. Because when your mind stays young, it gives your entire being permission to do the same. And that, more than anything, is what makes curiosity one of the hidden keys to a youthful life. Number 5, you carry yourself with purpose. There's a quiet power in someone who knows who they are and where they're going. You can see it before they even speak. It's in their posture, their presence, their walk. Purpose brings a certain clarity to life, and people who carry themselves with purpose often appear younger, more confident, and more alive. It's not about being busy or constantly productive. No, it's about waking up each day with a sense of direction, no matter how big or small. That inner compass becomes a source of energy that reflects in the body and mind. When someone has purpose, they're not easily shaken by distractions or negativity. They know what matters to them, and that focus reduces unnecessary stress and anxiety. They don't waste energy chasing trends or pleasing everyone. Instead, they align their actions with their values. That alignment creates harmony within the body, and over time, this harmony shows fewer lines of worry, more ease in expression, and a stronger, more youthful presence. Purpose also influences how you carry your body. Think about it. People who feel fulfilled often stand taller. Their body language is open. Their steps are more deliberate. They don't slouch through life, both figuratively and literally. Good posture and confident movement aren't just signals of youth. They're results of it. And they come naturally to people who live with intention. When your spirit is lifted, so is your frame. When your mind is focused, your body follows. Another reason purpose keeps you young is that it gives life meaning. And meaning is what fuels motivation, passion, and persistence. Whether it's a career, a creative pursuit, a cause, a family, or even a deeply personal goal, having something that pulls you forward helps keep your mind sharp and your emotions engaged. It gives you a reason to keep learning, to keep showing up, and to stay connected. And that connection to something larger than yourself is deeply energizing. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be found in small acts, caring for others, creating something meaningful, growing as a person, or simply living each day with kindness and awareness. What matters is that it comes from within. People who live with purpose don't just react to life, they respond with clarity. That response is what keeps them grounded and graceful under pressure. And grace, both in movement and in mindset, is deeply tied to the way we age. There's also a natural glow that comes from fulfillment. When you're doing what you love or contributing in a way that feels meaningful, your energy shifts, your face relaxes, your eyes light up. That radiance isn't manufactured, it's earned. It's the reward of choosing to live deliberately, not just passively. In a world where so many people feel lost or disconnected, those who live with purpose stand out. They may not always have the loudest voices or the flashiest appearances, but their presence lingers. They bring light into rooms. And often they carry with them a timeless quality, a youthfulness not tied to age but to alignment. Purpose becomes their secret source of energy, and through that energy they stay young, mind, body, and soul. Number 6, you don't chase trends, you embrace authenticity. One of the most striking traits of people who look younger than their age is their ability to be authentically themselves. They don't chase every trend, nor do they constantly try to reinvent themselves to fit into someone else's mold. Instead, they embrace who they are, fully, honestly, and unapologetically. And that kind of self-acceptance is not only rare, it's radiant. It brings a timelessness to their presence that no trend can replicate. Trends are temporary. They shift with seasons, fade with time, and often pull people into cycles of insecurity and comparison. Whether it's the latest fashion, beauty routine, lifestyle aesthetic, or social media influence, chasing trends can feel like running a race with no finish line. It's exhausting. But those who embrace authenticity operate from a different place. They're not trying to keep up, they're trying to stay true. And that choice alone keeps their energy grounded, their style natural, and their aging process more graceful. Authentic people don't need to overdo things to feel good. To feel good. They know what suits them. They've taken the time to understand their own voice, preferences, and boundaries. Whether it's how they dress, speak, move, or show up in relationships, there's a deep consistency in how they express themselves. That consistency brings peace of mind, and peace of mind brings youth. Constantly trying to become someone else puts stress on the body and spirit. But authenticity allows you to relax into who you already are. And when you stop performing and start aligning, your body responds. There's less tension in your facial muscles, less anxiety in your thoughts, less pressure in your heart. You start carrying less emotional weight, and that lightness shows. People may not always know what it is, but they can sense it. They'll say things like, "You have such a calming energy," or "You look so comfortable in your own skin." That's the quiet magic of authenticity. People who age well also tend to value quality over quantity, not just in material things, but in relationships, conversations, and experiences. They're not interested in impressing everyone. This consistency builds trust and love, two powerful forces that energize the human spirit and give people a sense of security, worth, and meaning. In the end, youthful energy isn't just about how you look, it's about how you live. Those who prioritize connection live more openly, love more deeply, and age more gracefully. Because in every real connection, we are reminded that we are seen, valued, and never truly alone. And that reminder keeps the heart young, no matter the year on the calendar.